toys. They had V and they had Keanu Reeves character.
All right, man. Welcome to issue 141 of NerdFlow podcast. We are back again for another week of news and all the great things of nerd culture. I'm accompanied by this week, Young,
Yo, what's up?
Briario,
What's happening, guys?
the Dope Gamer,
What's going on? What's going on, people?
and we got Tink somewhere in the background. At least I thought we
Nah,
did.
she ain't on yet. She'll be joining us soon.
I could have sworn that was the background noise I heard at first. Okay, I guess not. All right, then.
She'll be joining us shortly.
But yeah, man, so we got that popping off this week. Well, okay. So last show, it was just social media exploded and so much stuff happened. And then this week, I think it exploded even more. But then we had some other stuff as far as like we're gonna talk about Cyberpunk 2077. We got some gameplay from that. We got the Marvel Avengers Square Enix game. We got to see way more gameplay than we saw before. So we had that go down, and we're gonna discuss Mixer getting consumed by Facebook. So,
Woo!
but first and foremost, we got social media. You go to Facebook.com. You got Twitter. You got Instagram. You can search NerdFlow or NerdFlow Podcast. You can follow, all that good stuff on those platforms. We got a YouTube channel popping as well. Need to hit that 100 subscribers so we can get that official URL. We also got Ask NerdFlow and NerdFlow Art. We'll be on the hunt for dope nerd art, where you be on Instagram, whatever the case may be. Even cosplays as well qualifies. Also, we got there's a lot of cosplayers out there. Also, we also got 50% off NerdFlow t-shirts via Teespring. Links for that will be in the description using the promo code at checkout NF2020. And we also got superhero stuff, the affiliate program. You can support that. If you're looking to buy some stuff through superhero stuff, click our special link in the description and get to buying, and then you will help out and support the show. I was about to call this like a TV show. I so did.
One day.
One day. But yeah, man, how's everybody doing? Everybody masked up?
Yeah, man. Masked up, black gloves, black mask.
That was an inside joke.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in the streets. I can't
just
be
ordered
cooped
two.
up no more.
I just ordered 2 masks. I got a Ultra Instinct Goku with a super. I don't know what form to call that. Where Vegeta go sparkly blue.
Sparkly
So,
blue. What version of Vegeta that?
when he go it's like Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan God, Super
I would
Saiyan.
say it's like it's freaking just call it broke ass majestic Vegeta.
Something like that. But yeah, I ordered a mask with that, and then I ordered Kakashi Sensei that came with the headband, a kunai, and the mask that comes at an angle.
That's dope.
Yeah, just gonna probably make me grow my hair out some more, just so since my hair kind of straightish, I can go ahead and spike it up like Kakashi or something like that.
I bought like a camo ninja mask, but I can't wear it no more because I'm afraid to get shot. So,
Bro.
but I be trying to. I'm gonna get it off soon. I'm gonna get that joint off. Cause that motherfucker, it looked like Scorpion almost, but instead of black, the head black is like camo, and the part that covers your face is like a black mesh.
I've been thinking about. I've been talking with. I had a short conversation with a classmate of me and Young's, Brandy. I'm thinking about shooting her a NerdFlow logo and just throw it on the mask.
That's who I wanted to make me a NerdFlow and a Hip Hop Rejects mask.
I want to do this, and I think I want to do the scratch logo. I want to do 2 of them. One with the scratch with the NF, and then the other one with the current logo.
With the pop.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about doing that for real, or even make it even better if I could find some.
You said with Brandy Harmon?
Yeah,
That's not our classmate.
well, not our classmate, but I mean, at this point, it's like freaking
She's
everybody.
a
I know
schoolmate.
schoolmate. Yeah, I don't know no more. Half of these people say they was classmate. I'm like, bro, I don't even remember you, but okay, cool, whatever. But yeah, man. So we got that popping off. We're all, safe. I'm in the state of the freaking stay-at-home order and get locked down because the citizens of my city are stupid. They can't stay inside and they want to go places because it's the summertime. They can't help themselves.
To be
You
be
said
honest,
what?
I was finna come and visit y'all, but I see
Man, when you told me that people there got people back home, my home state, they got COVID, I'm like, bro, why y'all even?
And these idiots still running to the clubs and casinos. I just I really like wish I was had Naruto character powers so I can do planetary devastation and just drop a huge ass meteor on this town.
you know what gets me the most
Would-
is that the
I
fact
think
that
they're trying to
y'all
avoid
begged
that.
for these places. Y'all begged for these places to be open, and you still complaining to the fact that they have to wear a mask for their safety. But
I'm just saying, bro, people in the UK, last time I checked, because like I said, I think I said before, it's a podcast I listened to, they're in the UK. These boys still on lockdown. These boys ain't moved. I bet
But you
they
can't
get
have a pure lockdown in Texas, man, because it'll be a revolt.
It's like,
Man, you know why you'd be revolt? Like, let's just go ahead and be honest. We are spoiled here in this country.
facts.
Well, that's a fact. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
We are so spoiled. Like, we never, in our lifetime, we never, like, these people these days couldn't have lived during the Great Depression.
Oh
we're
no.
going through one.
True. They couldn't even, they couldn't stand it in 2008, man.
Like here in this country, we expect everything to be instant. Like, oh, the economy crashing. Well, we're working on getting it. Oh, it needs to be fixed tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like when we came
Entitlement.
back. Well, when we came back, I was like, I said, I really like. I said this. I said, I really felt like we like America felt like, okay, we dealt with this for a month. All right, we tired of this. Let's go open stuff up. I feel like
Yeah,
they
like
said
after
that.
just a month, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of felt like that too. I'm like, all right, damn. I mean, I want to follow the social distancing laws, but golly,
I'm just letting all y'all know. And like I just been watching The Last of Us 2 in the event of a zombie apocalypse. If you're around me and you being stupid and you go out, you catch a disease, virus, and possibility you turn into a zombie, anything like that, I'm going to shoot you directly in the head. I'm not going to even ask questions.
I'm gonna fuck around and be Joel anyway.
See, the
But
thing,
nah,
the thing with the distances, man, it's not even really like that, bro. Just don't sneeze on me, and I don't have to hit you in the mouth. That's it.
Right.
Man, look, I don't want nobody, but like, first of all, I just had a transplant. Second of all, I got lupus already. My immune system is highly compromised.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I don't want look, if you even got allergies, I really don't want you around me.
Well,
So
Yeah,
you got to cut
it's
down all the
just-
flowers and trees and grass for that crap to even just not.
like I've been practicing fire uppercuts. So like I'm ready to Sprite Slam cam somebody already.
What's that? I ain't heard that.
That's
That boy
funny.
said
Like-
Sprite Slam Cam. What the
I'm just ready.
hell?
I'm like, yo, the first time, like I'm real germophobic right now. So
Nah, definitely.
like if I had to
Like-
even flow somebody, or if I got to diamond cut somebody, or if I got to like
you could tell that Young's favorite wrestling promotion was WCW. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right,
Shit.
man. Let's get
When
into
I get my
things.
strength up, I'm choke slamming folks.
Let's get into things, man. Let's kick it off with so we got Transformers War for Cybertron is going to be hitting Netflix in late July. This is actually new to me. I'm kind of
Me
stoked
too.
about it, especially if it's anything like.
Is it anime style or American style?
I heard it's anime style. Is what I'm hearing.
Okay, I can watch. Because let's just be honest. If you never watched Voltron, if you never watched the Voltron anime on Netflix, then you've missed out.
Yeah,
and plus, the original Transformer cartoons were anime. Like America just don't know how long they've been watching anime. Like if you was watching Thundercats, that was anime.
Yeah.
If you was watching Transformers, that was anime.
Right.
Like if you was watching Voltron, that was anime. Like they just don't know how long they've been. Like He-Man and stuff like that. That wasn't anime.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, like had they done G.I. Joe as anime style, G.I. Joe would have ran for like 40 years.
G.I. Joe, a classic though.
Yeah.
It did damn near run for 40 years. It was from the 70s to the 90s, really, to the two. Then they reinvented it and the movies came out. So it was about 40 years. It was about that time.
I mean, but just
Marlon Wayans, them. I don't know.
He was ripcord, but let's just be honest.
That
the
second
only reason
one, bro.
Anybody watched the second G.I. Joe because you just wanted to watch that Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow fight. That's all you wanted.
That's literally what it was. It was literally their origin movie without calling their origin movie because they showed didn't give a damn about the main character they got killed off in the beginning. Spoiler warning. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like that movie just should have been called Snake Eyes.
Thank you.
Leave the rock out of it, all of that, and it should have just been about Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow.
Well, who was he? What was the Ross character name in G.I. Joe? Was it Shipwreck? Was it Roadblock or Shipwreck? What the fuck?
He was supposed to be Roadblock.
Man, Roadblock
wasn't even the main.
What do you think? Thank you. It's the first thing I say. I'm like, bro, y'all literally just like made a just side piece.
Like you took a nobody character and just made him
just because somebody, the person that's playing him is somebody, you gonna like, come on, man. Like
you killed off Duke. Like
right.
like out of everybody you can kill off, you killed off Duke. Like if you gonna keep anybody around, you supposed to keep Duke, Ripcord, Snake Eyes. Who else? Shipwreck. Like Shipwreck wasn't I don't even think we saw Shipwreck.
I don't think so. No, I don't think we did.
Lady L. We supposed to be like those writers, whoever wrote G.I. Joe in the first two movies. Yeah, I wish you extreme
the first movie was not. The first movie was way better than the second one.
I don't like the way they did Cobra.
I
don't like the Cobra origin story.
See, the problem with Cobra was it was just somebody was overthinking things, was being hypersensitive about KKK stuff, because they was like literally the whole reason why he had the mask he had on was literally because somebody said, "Hey, this is gonna be perceived like KKK." No, it's not. It don't have no point on it, so it's not KKK, and plus it's blue.
Right, but even though Cobra ended up getting the face shield and the helmet and stuff, he started off with the cloak mask, a blue cloak mask.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Though. So it's like, dude, that was like that one little piece right there kind of killed it for me. But
and then Cobra was a subordinate of Serpentor, so they make it look like Cobra just started everything. Like he was Cobra Commander. Like let's just get that straight. He is Cobra Commander. Like we never knew his real name.
Right.
He's just called because the organization is called Cobra.
Right.
And he was just called Cobra Commander, and we just called him Cobra for short. Who want to walk around saying Cobra Commander all day?
Mm-hmm.
But
call me CC for sure.
But he was a subordinate of Serpentor.
Yep. Now,
because I know in the G.I. Joe movie, cartoon movie, Serpentor told him silence. He said silence or be silenced.
That was man.
So we know Cobra could run his damn mouth.
That movie was I love that movie to this day. 1989, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. More anime stuff. Doing the Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay reveal. They also announced a anime that'll be coming out in, I think they said 2022 for Cyberpunk 2077. It will be produced by the same studio and the team that does Kill la Kill. So, and
I heard about Kill la Kill. I didn't watch it, but I know some people that watch it.
Oh, bro, go get that a run.
I gotta watch it.
Go get that a run.
Yeah.
Please do.
No, yeah, more for sure.
Hold on one second.
I'm on vacation, so I will be watching some now that I have time.
Oh man.
Okay, so speaking of anime, Demon Slayer season 2 will be returning soon. Like if you haven't watched Demon Slayer, go give Demon Slayer a run too, because it's one
Demon
of the
Slayer is dope.
Yeah, it's real dope.
I gotta finish the first season, but it's dope though, from what I saw.
Like,
boy, got that water.
Yeah, like it's a. But I'm trying to see, did they just give the actual release date? But it's supposed to be coming out this year. Like I think Bleach got pushed back to next year, and Dragon Ball Super should be coming out next year also, which is going to be a long ass arc. Because if you've been following the manga, you know how long that arc has been. So you know the anime arc gonna be longer than the manga arc.
Yeah.
Because like for every manga, it's probably like 2 or 3 episodes of the show.
True. Any other animes?
Japan just released pictures of their walking Gundam statue. Jesus, y'all just don't know. They're just a step closer to me getting the actual Gundam.
Oh, you mean that big statue they had?
No, they built a new one, but it's gonna walk.
Yeah, I seen that. That's crazy.
Does that make it a statue if it's walking?
Right.
I just want to know the secret purpose behind it. Appreciate the secret purpose.
It's gonna be a Gundam. They're gonna take over the world.
I was gonna say something, but we have international listeners. I'm gonna refrain from any COVID-19 jokes in relation to the origins of the virus.
If only it looked like Wing Gundam, then it would have been doper. But I can accept this.
No, it looks tight though. I've seen that one like several times.
Not the original one, not the original statue they made that they had in Tokyo Bay. This is a brand new statue that's gonna walk. This is
I saw one recently, like not too long ago. I know what you're talking about from like a long time ago.
Yeah, because the first one they made kind of like favorite Wing Gundam. You know, it's probably like the base model Gundam that they always, the red, white, blue, and yellow. Mm-hmm. But
either that or Japan about to make a hell of a freaking Gundam live action movie. One of the two.
That'll work too. Like a Gundam movie could be done. Pacific Rim just showed you a Gundam movie could be done.
Bro, like Pacific Rim, like that movie's underrated.
Pacific Rim to me is underrated.
Yes, it is. And 2, I haven't watched 2, but I heard 2 is just off the chain.
Yeah, John Boyega did his thing, and he was supposed to be Idris Elba's son, and he did his thing in there.
Yep. Hey, did any of y'all get a chance to check out the Kingsman trailer? Came out last week.
No, I did.
No.
It's a new trailer.
It dropped it dropped minutes before we recorded last week. I saw it on Twitter. Tell you, man, that's why I be on that Twitter game. You see everything.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it, but I'm familiar with the movie though.
Yeah, it
And I
looks
can't
pretty
Yeah, I
good.
didn't watch it
It
too.
looks really good though. It looks really good. They dropped it. It dropped last. Yeah, it dropped last Sunday. Last Sunday.
I just hope they get the original, like how they did the first one,
Mm-hmm.
more than the second one. I think it's a bit
It seems like it.
rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like it. It seemed like they well, from a story perspective, yes, I get what you're saying on that because like I haven't even seen Golden Circle yet, but if y'all say it seemed like it's rushed, I'm like, first one.
Yeah, Golden Circle is rushed. It's not like the first.
You talking about the one
first-
with what's his name? Elton John?
Yeah.
That was the second one.
Yeah. The kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was lit though.
There's too much going on. Too many
It
bad
was a
guys.
lot. There was a lot going on. You had to be engaged, but yeah, I see what y'all saying though.
It's one of those type of things where it's like it's too many like side stories on top of main story going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like my issue with the first Kingsman was they made Eggsy become that dude way too fast. But it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Like it's just like they didn't build his character up. Like it was 1 minute he was just off the street, the next minute he was that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how they did that remake of Men in Black too, with a girl. She just became like agent.
I've
like
never seen
fast.
that movie. Just looked like it was gonna be trash to me.
People gave it a lot. People gave it a lot of flack. I didn't have too much of a problem with it. Yeah, I do feel they progress. Like Venom is another good example of them progressing the origin too fast in a movie. Like that, it's always like a certain way you need to do it. Like Iron Fist first season, they took too long to make that boy Iron Fist. Like, bro, can we just have this boy freaking just beat up some people? Like episode.
Yo, this is like it's gonna be this Kingsman origin story is gonna be dope. But like they going against Rasputin and some other cats.
I called it out. There was Rasputin because every Rasputin in any from I think Hellboy.
Like Rasputin, like you could just look at somebody and say, "Yo, that's Rasputin."
Yeah, because he had the long hair. Yeah. As soon as I said,
and
that,
the eyes give it away.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You just know it's because I mean the person Rasputin is a figure in history, so it's like you look like Rasputin. Oh, he is Rasputin. Okay, so Mixer. So there was a lot of stuff going on last weekend with what is it called? Speak Out movement.
Mixer.
Sexual harassment stuff just popping up in all different sectors, from streaming to Twitch to wrestling to just all different sectors and stuff like that. And so there was a former employee of Mixer, a black gentleman, that posted a statement on Twitter, and he was basically what was said in short was that the manager that was over the partners she basically said they're my slaves. And she gave this horrible analogy that shouldn't have been given in comparison with slaves. And yeah, everybody just retweeted the crap out of it. And yeah. And
wait, she was saying that about the streamers?
Yeah, she said it about the partners. And the partners from Mixer got hold of what he had said, because like they had even went further as like trying to bring up a lawsuit about it. The employee did, but they shook it off because it's the most common statement. Oh, I can't be racist. Black people work here. It's like, no.
Right.
Man, when I read that,
I can't be racist. My husband is black. My wife is black. No, that you can still be racist, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with that, later on, I think it was early that morning. I think it was Monday morning after that came out. Because this was it was early that Sunday that happened on Twitter. Then early that Monday morning, he was like, he responded back on the tweet. He's like, I got a meeting with Phil Spencer. So everybody, just seeing the comments, everybody's like, oh man, it's about to go down, because Phil, he that's one thing about Xbox people do like is Phil Spencer. Even if you don't like Xbox as a console, you like the guy that runs Xbox. And so it's like, oh man, Phil Spencer hit him up, said we're gonna have a meeting. So as it gets closer and closer for this man supposed to have his meeting, like literally in between that, Microsoft drops a press release and says Mixer's is partnering with Facebook. So is it gone? Yeah, it should gone. So
That's crazy, man.
It happened, like,
right.
So it was just like, dude, it's like, so everybody was like, it was just like with Twitter, it was just like, so you just not gonna do anything about it? You just gonna throw the whole goddamn company away? Like, for real? That's what we gonna do? So, but yeah,
pretty much.
It came out of nowhere. I mean,
it did.
If they're partnering with Facebook, either that person still exists and may end up being migrated over to the Facebook gaming sector, or I don't know. I don't really know that. I think he put out a statement like a day or so ago about his meeting with Phil Spencer. I got to read. I haven't got a chance to go back and read it in full to give details on it. But yeah, man, Mixer will be gone as of July 22nd. And so a lot of these people that are partners, a lot of them are like full-time streamers. A lot of them say they got zero warning. It was like they found out at the same time. A lot of them found out like in stream when they were like streaming at the time, and their chat is telling them like Mixer's gone or Mixer's like, and they didn't even know. So they didn't even get an email like a day before, like to let y'all know, hey, we're gonna be blah blah blah. So with the whole Mixer thing with streamers, so evidently, they're working on like, I guess people who have their partner status when they go over to Facebook. A lot of them, some of the high profile ones, they'll get guaranteed contracts. So they'll have a guaranteed contracts and all that stuff as partners. Some of them will, and then some of them, a lot of them, especially a lot of ones that I know that I follow on Mixer, a lot of them have decided to go back to Twitch. So,
Shroud Ninja.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep them checks. Okay, so that's kind of the curve.
Well, they ain't announced it yet. But.
Yeah, those two are the curveballs of all of this, because I'm pretty sure because Facebook is really trying to get their hands into like gaming, like straight up trying to get their hands in the game, because they literally also, I didn't put this in the outline, but they bought the studio that did the Order 1886, the studio that did that game. So Facebook, they did that same power move the same day they announced the merger of Mixer and Facebook Gaming. So Facebook's trying to make some video game power moves for real. I have a feeling they're gonna get one of those two guys though. They're either gonna get Ninja or they're either gonna get Shroud. I have a feeling they're gonna throw a ton of money at Ninja just because who he is, because he's a more known name than Shroud, honestly.
You think so though? I mean, because I feel like they didn't even have to do that.
Yeah, they didn't have to.
Where he gonna go? Because he's not gonna go to Facebook Gaming.
I mean, because they got their
he's
money.
Not gonna go to YouTube
because they got their money. I mean, the money that they were guaranteed, they were promised for their contracts. They got the Mixer. They got their money, even with them doing a merger. I think Ninja was like 30 mil.
God damn, boy! I never thought so. And think, I used to get fussed at for playing the game too much.
So, but we got to talk about this Dr. Disrespect thing, because he is one of the biggest on.
Yeah,
what happened?
We still don't know. He said he had a conversation with Twitter today. He posted that on his Twitter, but I didn't get a chance to read everything that he posted about it though.
But he said that he still don't know. But I read an article on Forbes talking about Brime. And the speculation that Shroud, Ninja, and Dr. Disrespect might be starting their own platform. And I think Twitch got a hold of that and they banned them. Permaban.
Yeah, because he got a permaban with no reason. And then somebody clipped the last stream that he had, and he read it like he literally. You kind of know from his face expression. He read it like his band hit him like soon while he was live, and he just like.
Mm-hmm. Oh. But they talking about these boys probably about to try to start their own joint, and Twitch got wind of it, and since he's under contract, it's a breach of contract, and they perma-banned him, and they trying to take action against him.
Because his sponsors had just like the same thing that happened to Say No to Rage with his harassment allegations. Like his sponsor was dropping off like flies by the hour on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It was that crap was just like God. But yeah, with disrespect, his sponsors like re-upped again, and said he still has his contract. So that means he didn't do something. That what you're saying has a little bit more legitimacy for his sponsors to not like just drop him. So he didn't do nothing. It's not like he didn't do nothing that was like on the level of all this. Yeah, nothing on the level of all this other stuff that's going down.
Because he had that scandal back in 2017 with his wife. So it was speculation that somebody put this fake news out. It seemed like fake news that it was a big female streamer on the platform trying to renegotiate, and she wanted more money or something. And she was going to keep hush-hush about the allegations or whatever with Dr. Disrespect. And it all came out, and they, like, banned him or whatever. And I don't know. It was some BS. It was like they started the article off with, hey, Twitch HR employee here. I can't say too much about my job or I'll get fired. And then they go into detail like, that's fucking fake. Yeah. And then they were talking about DMCA, and that's like that doesn't warrant a perma ban. If anything, your stream will get deleted, but they're not going to permanently ban.
Your clips will get deleted because when that went down, that DMCA thing, that just went freaking nuts. Real quick, speaking of like DMCA stuff, the boy T-Pain dropped a royalty-free pack of music for podcasts, streams, all that good stuff. He has a part 1 out on SoundCloud. So if you need any type of like streamer music or anything like that, he threw that together specifically for the whole Twitch situation. So if you need music for your streamer or any of that stuff, you go straight over to SoundCloud. And he said he's working on he was on Twitch I think like 2 days ago, and I was watching. He said he's working on part 2 for another one. It's called I forgot what it's called. It's called Pizzle something. I forgot what it's called. But you can just look for it. Pizzle Pack Volume 1 is what it's called. So let's see. Along with the same stuff, I wish Snap was on with us tonight. WWE COVID. As big as the company of WWE is, man, it's surprising that the shortcuts they tend to take when it comes to a lot of things, and the psychopath that Vince McMahon can be. And then the BS. Even their PR even said this preemptively in the interview, like the BS that they had to spin up to be why they continue to, put on empty arena shows, and their reasoning. The reason that Vince McMahon spun up was like, we want to make people forget about the stuff that's going on in the world while you put all your employees at risk. So like 10 of their employees came down with COVID, and it kind of trickles down a little bit because I know one of the correspondents, she's an interviewer, and her husband is the world champion in the competing company All Elite Wrestling. So he had to not show up for the show that they had, and it's just causing a whole lot of problems. And then on top of that, again, the whole speaking out thing, WWE released a lot more of their, they had like a bunch of UK talent, and I don't know, okay, so I want to get y'all take on this. So, in certain places, in certain states, 17 is considered an adult. Evidently in the UK, they're considered legal. But they're getting taken, some of these wrestlers are getting taken to task because they hooked up with, say, 17-year-old, but in the UK, they're considered legal. So it's like...
Yeah, it's still 17, though.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
I had to check somebody, man, about that. About man talking about, oh, she ready. I was like, she ready? I'm like, bro, she's a little girl, man. Like, I ain't gonna say the
Like
person's name,
I
but
I just don't get down that way, man. Like get a grown woman. Like to me, you trash if you have to go deal with young girls. That's like I've never been a person that subscribes to trying to get with somebody that's significantly like that's why I set certain rules for myself. I will not date nobody more than 5 years younger than me or 5 years older than me, more than 5 years older than me.
but
Because
it's
we
like
have nothing in common.
Now.
and
Yeah.
it's like when you see somebody young, like okay, say you see a 17, 18-year-old, she's pretty. My mind don't go to that though. My mind go to like, oh, little sis or uncle, like a protector. That's automatically where
Yeah.
my mind go. It don't go to that. If your mind do go to that, something wrong with you. I don't know,
Like
man.
and some folks be like, oh, age ain't nothing but a number. Yeah, it's a number and that's how you get them years in jails. Those
All right,
numbers
R.
too.
Kelly. But anyway, I ain't mean to go on a tangent there.
But yeah, so I just want to get okay. Let's see here. So who got a chance to check out the gameplay from Cyberpunk 2077? Anybody catch that review?
No,
saw
I didn't.
I caught a little bit of it. It's like it's gonna be a very good game. They were talking about what was it? It was I didn't even make a note of what it was that they were. It was something specific. What was it called? It's called Brain something. It's like a special like type of mission or something like that. But now overall, I mean, I just feel with Cyberpunk is like they can really take as long as they want to take, honestly, because it's like I said, it's hard to a game that has like a bunch of bugs in it. It's kind of hard to have. It's hard to take away a bad launch when it comes to that type of stuff. So it's like honestly, take your time. I mean, secondly, if it's anything like if Cyberpunk's gonna be anything, if it's gonna be a 200-hour version, futuristic version of what The Witcher was, then I'm down. That's all I'm saying. So
Right. They say it's easy to get caught into this mode of play where you play it kind of like GTA, and then like you kind of start realizing how it's different, and you adjust your play. So
it is
that was
different from GTA, man. Because I know people probably look at me crazy when I say it. It's like I can't really. I've bought like the GTA 5s like maybe 2 or 3 times since it's been out in since 2013. But it's like, and that's just me trying to get back into it again, bro. I played so much Vice City growing up as a teenager, man. Like I am,
Bro, that's why I
burned
can't play GTA no more. I
out.
played too much Vice City.
Thank you. I played. That was you boys around these days thinking
I
life.
probably put like 1,200 hours into Vice City.
Probably more than that, bro. Probably more than that. It's like I played the hell out of Vice City, and then when San Andreas came out and we had black people in the game, I was like, bro, come on.
Bro, yeah.
You could lift weights.
I ain't even play San Andreas because like Vice City had just like Vice City had just I had put that much time into Vice City. I was like, nah, I'm pretty much through with this. Like
I didn't get into GTA till GTA 5, really. Well, my early days of like open world was on PlayStation was Driver. Y'all remember Driver?
Yeah, I remember Driver. Yeah, I remember.
I started. That's like one of the first PC games I ever played was Driver.
Driver was lit, but yeah, it's like with GTA, it's like, well, bringing it back to Cyberpunk, they were saying like you can play it kind of like that, but it corrects you somehow to make you start realizing like you shouldn't play it like that. That's what
you can't be running around like all reckless, because that's literally what you do in Grand Theft Auto. You just run around reckless, blowing up stuff, having a cop chase you, National Guard. So.
Right. But it looks lit. I'm deciding now. Okay, so do I wait till PS5 and get that smooth experience with less loading times, or do I get it on PC where I know I'm going to get that raw performance? So I'm kind of torn because I don't know what I'm gonna get it on.
Yeah.
And I may get it on PC just to save that PS5 time for all the exclusives. So we'll see. We'll see.
Then we got Attack on Titan and Seven Deadly Sins is gonna be doing a crossover.
That don't even sound right. Like, speaking from somebody that didn't watch both shows,
you watch both of those.
Like, those shows don't even go together, bro.
Yeah, one of their, from what I read, what I read briefly, one of the characters, I have to shoot you the link for the article, but one of the characters is supposed to make a cameo on Attack on Titan. So,
like, I'm trying to see how, because first of all, the art style totally different. Like when you look at Attack on Titan art style versus Seven Deadly Sins art style, the art style totally different. Like, then the I just don't know, man. This just seemed dumb.
We'll see, man. I mean, that was almost kind of literally like, what was it with when we were supposed to get two different games for Street Fighter versus Tekken. Was it Street Fighter cross Tekken and Tekken cross Street Fighter? But we didn't get the which one we didn't get? We didn't get the Street Fighter one.
Like, we got Street Fighter cross Tekken because I remember having that on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, it's the one. So Capcom did one in their art style, but Bandai Namco didn't do one for Street Fighter. It was supposed to be two different ones. It was supposed to be two. We were supposed to get two different versions.
Because Street Fighter cross Tekken was like a trash game.
Well, I mean, I've heard that. I mean, it was okay. It was just something different for us. It was something different for his time that we probably thought we would have never got. But it's really hard to balance those two type of games because the fighting styles are so different.
So different.
So, I mean, the only thing they really can do is like throw characters in and out of those games and stuff like that, like have guest appearances and kind of like Tekken has Akuma and stuff like that. I want to play Soul Calibur real bad. I'm not thinking about the cop Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I kind of like want to play the new one too.
I do.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I really do. Like, I really do. Every time I see it on sale, it's like, I want to do it. I want to get it. So
I had to step away for a second. I'll be back.
All right. Let's see here. The Boys. The Boys season 2. New trailer came out this week. Release is going to be September. What is the official date? What is it? September what?
September 4th.
September 4th? Okay. September 4th for The Boys. I haven't watched the trailer because I haven't finished. I need to finish the show. I'm going to finish it this week since I'm on vacation.
What you waiting on?
I'm gonna finish it. I'll trust me. I'll probably be gonna finish it before Wednesday for sure. Probably finish by tomorrow because I'm literally halfway through the season. I just get sidetracked a lot.
Well, it's good. Well, I missed when they went live with like the announcement, but I was ready for the date. And there's a new character coming up by the name of Stormfront. It's a female character. She's a character, and then like I'm looking at the trailer. I'm like, okay, you introducing somebody new, and I know it's like some people missing. It's like you jumped into it. Well, we know how it left off at. Like we missing a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that
like,
could be part of the arc. Could be. Could be part of the arc. But I mean, overall though, you seem like it's gonna be pretty good though.
Yeah, I'm interested. Like, the first season was just phenomenal to me.
It was.
Yeah,
I agree. Like one of the best shows. I'm just the cliffhanger from the first season. I ain't gonna get into it for people who ain't seen it, but
man, I'm ready.
Man, you know what I'm talking about, Briario. You seen how they left it, right? Where old dude took him to that place and showed him what he showed him. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering how how they gonna bring this back up and how he gonna recover from that, because it was just like,
how is anybody recovering from that?
I don't know. I couldn't, man. I don't know what I do. And then the fact that the person who did it, it's like, you can't beat them.
Right.
Or you can, but you know what I mean, it's gonna take a team. You know what I mean? You can't just, you know what I'm saying? If you did that to somebody, you can, and they disrespect you, go fight them or shoot them, whatever. You can't do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, ooh, we're gonna have to see, man.
Because look, he just found out that instant himself. What we know.
Right. So we'll see, man. But I'm excited, man. I can't wait. That was one of the shows that, like, I'll come on here, y'all guys will talk about a show, and I'm like, I haven't seen it. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'll admit, I'm not the biggest show guy, but that show right there, it, like, somebody was talking about it at work, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I was bored one day, and from the first episode when A-Train, when he did what he did in the first episode with that dude, with that dude girlfriend, it hooked me from there. You know what I'm talking about?
That right there was it. I think that's what grabbed everybody.
That grabbed me, bro.
Whoa, did you see
when he ran through a boy girlfriend?
Yeah. I didn't want to spoiler alert. Yeah, man, when he did that, bro, I was like, okay, I got to see what's going on from there. There's no way you can see something like that and then just click it off or just not watch the next episode.
Like A-Train, like that show make you hate A-Train. Like he is trash, but who you really started to hate is what's old boy, like the two you really started to hate are what's the dude that's supposed to be like Aquaman name?
Man, he is such a dweeb. He is such a I can't stand that dude. He's just such a fucking loser.
The supposedly Superman type dude.
Yeah.
Like you just really hate them two dudes.
And the dynamic between him and the lady that's the head of the corporation is so weird.
Oh,
it's weird.
That's kind of like
but the more you watch it, the more you find out, like, oh, this is why they so fucked up.
Right. It's a whole bunch, man. But it gets so deep, but it's easy to follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's easy to follow.
But another thing is that some of these situations don't make me feel sorry for them. Like, I don't think this makes you a victim.
No.
Just like
when you see what's the Superman guy's name? I forget his name.
Homelander.
Homelander. When you see him go, when they gotta go fight the mission, him and the girl that's supposed to be like Wonder Woman, Maeve. Maeve. Yeah. There you go.
Like when they
go
airplane?
in and take down not that. That scene was messed up, but the scene where they had to go stop, I think it was a hostage situation, and how Homelander was just so callous with it. You know what I mean? He was just like,
when he threw old boy in the air and just was just talking to her.
Well, no, he like put his hand in his heart or something. He did something. It was like taking down a bad guy. But he just murdered him though.
Yeah.
He just murdered him. I was like, man.
Yeah, this show really make you hate superheroes. Like, you hate superheroes in this show.
And I'm like, damn, this could have been like the Avengers if it was something, you know what I mean? Something different.
But I like the take they making, like, all superheroes aren't good.
They're not perfect.
Like, they're real people with issues.
Speaking of superheroes, I know Briario and I think Tink watches probably from time to time. Well, I know Young does too. Supergirl. I was watching the last scene that just came out, and
I ain't watched Supergirl since.
I'm gonna tell you this much: Supergirl got freaking Tony Stark tech for her suit now.
Oh, wow.
Just think about Endgame, how Tony's suit came on with that nanotech.
Nanotechnology.
Yes, bro. She got ready to it was like the second episode, and she had to go take off, and all of a sudden I said, "I'm gonna come on." I'm like, "Wait, hold on." She said nanites. I'm like, man, hold on.
Here we go.
Dang, is that a bite though?
No, it's just like it's like something that's it's like I guess she probably wears something, and it's just embedded in her suit, just pretty much just freaking grows onto her body. She don't have to like, you know, how Superman would do, like freaking go run and change clothes.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
You know what? That used to be the older I got, that just like the more it pissed me off. Like Superman runs to a goddamn phone booth. Like I can see you in a phone booth, bro.
But he spin around real fast though.
No, I saw Clark Kent run to a phone booth, and I saw Superman run out.
He had to make a phone call.
You see that? Me and Black walk up, take a picture.
Yeah, that's true, man. We
bro.
was duped for years.
Come on, man. Peter Parker be in freaking alleys and garbage cans, freaking throwing his clothes and backpack in garbage cans, then come back and get it later.
Like, we know it's you.
I mean, at least on a rooftop, ain't that many people up on a rooftop.
Sometimes he was on a rooftop. Other times he literally in a freaking alley in New York, in the most wildly populated city on the freaking planet. And didn't nobody see Peter change to Spider-Man?
But wasn't nobody at the office, like with Superman, wasn't nobody at the office sitting next to Clark Kent, like, and looking at the newspaper like, hold on. Like, nobody put two and two together at all.
They said the glasses and the slick back of the curl made him look totally different.
Oh, my God.
But I thought they got rid of that concept and made it aware, like, oh, they know it's him now. Like, we're just going to continue it.
No,
I thought they made it aware.
Not Man of Steel, they didn't. They just...
No, they kept man. They just like the only person that knew he was Superman was Jimmy and Lois.
Yep, that is true. Marvel Avengers game. We had I forgot what they called their little stream that they had though. But yeah, so we had like a breakdown of like some more gameplay. They did some gameplay with the they did some Thor gameplay, which actually looked pretty good. They announced some more features. So in retrospect, for those who haven't heard about the Marvel Square Enix game, it's primarily on the lines of a Marvel Avengers RPG game. There's different rarities of gear, of armor and stuff you can put on the characters that have different stats on it that can give you, you know, special abilities, or it'll change how much damage you do from a stat standpoint and stuff like that. They also announced a mode called Warzone, which is going to be like a 4-player co-op where you can play with like friends and stuff like that. And it's going to be, you know, you can go in with your high-level character and play through these missions and stuff like that. It'll be like higher. I'm wondering, are they like going to be like in-game tier type of content that they're going to have for this Avengers game? So, but compared to what they call it, it was the A-Day, which was the initial gameplay they showed. The Thor gameplay looks way better. I know some people still kind of like. There's some people that I've been seeing in some publications still kind of shitting on it, but
I mean, it looks so. It's reminiscent of God of War. I mean, that's if you play as Thor, that's what you're getting, right?
Yeah. Well, if you play God of War, God of War really played Thor.
Right. It's like that whole. The mechanics is with the hammer and everything. That's you know, with Kratos' axe. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? The only thing I didn't like, this nitpicking here, is when Thor throws his hammer and he goes into his combos. He does the same 3-hit, I think a 3 or 4 hit, and I'm hoping that they let you change that up. You know, because I can see the game like getting kind of mundane if you just keep doing that 3-4 hit combo while you don't have your hammer.
I mean, with the Arkham games, I mean, Batman wasn't. I mean, even though
is it that fight system?
Batman move list wasn't that significant in Arkham.
I don't know if it was. No, I don't know if it's the same like counter punch system. If it is, then cool. But I'm just saying, like, with the Arkham system, I mean, if you think about it in retrospect, it wasn't like the Batman system. It wasn't. His counters were cool because he's a freaking ninja that wears a cape.
Right.
But I mean, if it's anything of the source like that, I might be fine with it, man. I think now I'm just kind of like getting to the point. I'm kind of getting back to the point where I was as a gamer when I was growing up as a gamer, and just not giving a damn about what people think about like titles. And if I like if I'm having a good time playing what I'm playing, no
Right.
matter if it if it got like a 6 or 7, which is still considered good in some
If I like
publications.
it, I don't care. It's a 10 in my
Yeah, so
book.
I'm kind of getting back to that point now, and I'm like, man, I've been wanting a superhero game for a hot little minute, and I'm like, this might be
Welcome
yeah,
to your jaded.
yeah. So this might be this definitely might be something. And they said like so they also said they're gonna be some more heroes that they'll be introducing that you can play as well, which is pretty cool. There's also buff and debuffs. So when you do certain things, so I think what it was, I think the scene was Thor was charging up his hammer. Tony Stark passed through it, and the charge from the lightning gave him a buff. And so you can do that type of stuff. You can do like tag teaming, which the most obvious tag team move that they showed was Captain America and Tony bouncing the beams off the shield. Tag team move.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I mean it looks like I said, it looks very promising. I think them doing rarity of different gear sets and all that stuff is gonna really
That's going to open it up.
Yeah, that's going to give a game more longer play. And if Warzone is going to be like an in-game type of cooperative thing that you have to do with a group of people, you can matchmake with people from what I heard. And if you can do it with, of course you can have pre-made teams and all that stuff. I think that's probably going to be what the game is going to live on to go back and grind for better stuff, to do better builds and all that stuff for like the different heroes and stuff like that. And then they got all the different skins and all that stuff from different,
Right.
because they said they really like looked into the lineage of Marvel and different comics and different eras to come up with the different costumes that they have in the game for you that you can unlock and stuff like that. So
Over under, they have Spider-Man in there. Probably not.
they say the Daily Bugle is mentioned, like the actual Daily Bugle is mentioned in there. So I mean, if Sony
Like a
wants
cameo at least.
if I'm going back PS3 days, if they were to hit a move where they say like the Spider-Man from Square Enix is in the game, but it's only on PlayStation, I'd be like, all right, we cool.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Now I did see from the first go around. I did see the fight. It was like in gameplay when Black Widow was fighting Taskmaster, and it did look like it was some like counters going on. So
Yeah, they fixed a lot of stuff. I mean, they really did go back and redo the faces of all the of all the characters and all that stuff. So I know Black Widow's been redone. I think they redid Thor a little bit as well and stuff like that. So, man, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, we will get a Spider-Man in there at some point. I mean, it is an Avengers game. He was a Avenger, so I mean,
especially around that time period.
Yeah, it would be cool if we can get 2 games with Miles Morales. Just saying.
Right.
Voice actors. So there's been a lot of with everything that's been going on with Black Lives Matter and everything. Got the Destiny emblem. Just saying, ain't never taking it off. But yeah, so there's been this thing around with like a lot of actors, a lot of Caucasian white actors that are stepping away from like roles that they've been in for a while because they don't feel that they should be playing a black character in like an animated show. What are y'all thoughts on that? Like what you call it? I can't think of the gentleman's name, but he plays Cleveland, and he's like literally stepped down. He's like he's not playing Cleveland anymore because he doesn't feel.
I don't agree.
He feel like he shouldn't. He feels it should be played by a black person.
So if we go by that logic, right, for just all across the spectrum, not just racial, but like gender too. Mm-hmm. Who would voice Goku? Who would voice Bart Simpson? You know what I mean? Like
I'm perfectly fine
these were all
Virginia
females.
King.
Naruto.
Who would voice? Who would voice them? And yeah, what's that show?
I'm fine with her being Huey and Riley.
Huey and Riley. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't really get with that, and I get where they're coming from, and more power to them. But it's like, you're not. Because
'Cause let's
Cleveland
just be
Brown was not he was not a stereotypical black
typical
man.
black dude. But let's
Yeah,
just be honest though.
they're talking about like, hey, what up, you know, but he wasn't doing that. You know, he just was his voice.
Yeah,
Let's just be honest though. Robin Williams could play a black preacher better than a black preacher could play a black preacher.
it's true.
Right.
This is true.
I don't get offended at everybody emulating black people.
Right.
It's
That's
how they
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Man. It's how you do it and how you, if you know, actually study or if you have respect, you know, or you know what I mean, like, and you doing it tastefully. I don't mind.
Yeah.
And you know, this is not no coon stuff. You know what I mean? It's not. It's just me as a black man, I don't mind it. It's when somebody I know ain't been nowhere near the struggle or they're openly mocking it. That's when I take offense.
Right. That's like that's the biggest part of it. Like when they're like when it's like mocking and stuff like that. We don't have a problem with, you know, with another voice actor playing a black character. That's
But
never
the thing
been.
is,
Never been a
that's
thing.
stuff we ain't even asking for. All thing we asking for is to be treated fairly in the eyes of the law.
Right.
And to, you know, and for other significant things, we ain't asking you like to not voice a character.
Yeah.
Like I would prefer it's like when they do movies about Egypt that they don't put white people in the roles of pharaohs.
Exactly.
That's a legitimate thing. It's like that type of thing
Like,
because FYI, you didn't know Egypt's in Africa, but you know you think it's something. You think it's something
like,
else, but it's Africa.
I was looking at Aladdin the other day, and I'm like, this is horribly cast. Like, who are these people?
Wait a minute.
They have the cast is there. They have some. I mean, they're not gonna be.
I just feel like it could have been better. They had a lot of, you know, Princess Jasmine could have been somebody different. Jafar could have been somebody.
Jafar
different.
different.
And let me bring up another point. I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? When we talking about this whole thing, and it's not voices. This is coming to like blackface and whiteface. I don't care who you are. If you like Martin, when he played White Mike, you could not do nothing but laugh. And that was a stereotypical party white boy. But I was cracking up. So it's like, damn, can I really be mad at some of these people for doing what they're doing? Like, no. You know what I mean? Was it right for me to laugh at White Mike? You know, is that how all white people act? You know what I mean? So it's just it's a nasty topic to bring up, and it's like, yeah, whatever. But it's like, if you really think about it, you got to think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true that. We had a main topic for tonight, but I'm gonna probably save that for next week. We're gonna talk about this Disney Splash Mountain though, and then we're gonna wrap it. So Disney Splash Mountain attraction will be rethemed to the Princess and the Frog. I mean,
I seen that.
It's the only black movie. It's the only black movie we got under the freaking Disney umbrella. So what else you gonna choose?
What was the original movie name that it was modeled after? I forget.
It was modeled. The ride was modeled after the cartoon scenes from Disney's Song of the South that came out in the 1940s, 1930s, I believe. Now,
that's it.
The thing is, it's controversial and it's been a debate whether or not it is. And let's just go ahead and
let's just be honest. This dude was a happy slave. Like, he was reminiscing about how good slavery was.
Yeah.
And let's just be honest. I don't think it was too many slaves that was happy about slavery.
It was some happy Negroes back then.
I mean,
but
like I said, keyword I said, I don't think it was too many.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. As long as we've been over here in America, I'm pretty sure it's been some coons. But
for sure.
So I had to do some more research and actually. Well, you know that the film, let's talk about how the film is banned in certain places, and there's only been like a few VHS releases in other countries except the United States. But the reason how I found out about this film when I was little was when it was released on VHS through the sing-along tapes that were released on Disney. That's how I found out about the film. but that was the only thing that I knew about it. The disturbing stuff comes from like footage. Like if you go back and look at the unedited Fantasia,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look at the cartoon scenes from the actual movie of Song of the South. There were some disturbing scenes to me in the cartoon because they were making fun of, or they were portraying the characters. Like you can tell that they got some of their characteristics from black people, and they were like,
let's not bring up the origin of Elmer Fudd in this mug. Cause boy, I told some people about that weren't black, and they literally like mouths dropped. They were like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yes."
Like the original origin of Elmer Fudd. Like
yes.
he started off, it was
Yosemite Sam too.
He was black.
I didn't know that about Yosemite Sam.
Supposed to be a dumbass.
Anyway,
I mean,
that,
Betty Boo. Like Betty Boo was modeled after a black lady.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, yeah, I'm gonna get off a little topic here, but I'm gonna make it quick. I just got a Punisher comic, 61. I didn't read it, but the guy was telling me about it. I bought it anyway. It's called Crackdown, where Frank Castle dresses. He takes a black man's skin, and he helps Luke Cage fight crackheads.
What?
It's crazy. I got it sitting in the package right now. I'm gonna read it soon, but
I think I want
it's Frank Castle. He's on a cover. He's like in blackface. Well, he got a black man's like skin on or something crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, dog.
I think I want to read that now.
Yeah. But another thing is that a lot of people who are getting like the wrong information thinking that the film got banned because of the NAACP. They actually had nothing to do with that. They just it's the people. You should know that the ride came out in the 80s. I have never been on Splash Mountain, but I've seen like the point of view videos.
I've been on Splash Mountain like 3 times, and
what did you
like? They don't like. All thing it got is the cartoon characters. Like it just got like Bird Rabbit. Like Splash Mountain is about. Splash Mountain really about Bird Rabbit. So if you know the story about Bird Rabbit, then that's what it's really about. It's not dealing with that black dude. The only thing that's like remotely close to that black dude in there is that they singing Zippity Doo-Dah. But then it ain't even his voice singing it because they got the character voices singing Zippity Doo-Dah.
Yeah, but was Uncle Remus? He was the black guy in the story, right?
Yeah, he the black guy, but he's nowhere in the ride at all. Tink, where you at?
Well, you should know that Disney has tried to actually bring the film back in several attempts to actually bring it back, and it didn't work. And I think the 80s was when they stopped trying because they had the attraction like, oh well, this will be enough.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's like to me, Splash Mountain is to me Splash ain't nothing offensive about Splash Mountain. Let's just be honest about it. Like if you
kids wouldn't know anything about the story, the Song of the
But
South.
I went to see Splash Mountain. I went on Splash Mountain as an adult, knowing about the story. But the Splash Mountain is about Bird Rabbit. Like, it has nothing to do with the Song of the South. It's about Bird Rabbit. That's all Splash Mountain is about.
Right.
Well, another thing. Let me just go. Let's try to fast forward to this attraction. We know that it'll take maybe a good 5 years or more to go into production of like remodeling.
Yeah, they take forever to remodel, and plus with COVID,
and then the fact that
more.
Yeah, because of the fact that we're in COVID. But I was just really just looking at the point of view video and kind of dissecting like how it will work, and just recently rewatching the Princess and the Frog film. I think it'll be really neat to see. They got a lot of work ahead of them, I'm sure, and the fact that they're bringing like a lot of executive and people who actually worked on the film.
I think they're kind of trying to. I think. Well, here's what I kind of think. Even though, like, I know Young saying like, "Oh, it's not offensive to to black people into a certain sense, but I think it probably may have there's a history if you dig a little bit deeper on it. If you try to dig a little bit deeper on, I think is what it is. So they don't want that to come up. So okay, we got to get rid of this before people's like, oh, what's Splash Mountain? Let's look this up on Google searching while you in line at Disney. Like, oh crap. So I think they want to try to get rid of that and replace it with something else. So I think that's kind of where they're going with that.
I mean, I can understand it too. But just speaking, like, let's just be honest. I'm not dumb by a long shot. Like, I can know when something being like slick racist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, Young, because I got a question for you.
What's that?
How do you feel about Mr. Popo?
Boy, that's been a subject on my mind.
Okay, so Mr. Popo is not a black dude. Mr. Popo is an ancient character that was like that character that Mr. Popo is being portrayed as. He's not a black person. He's been drawn like that. They changed him and made him blue. They changed him and made him blue. But if you know anything about Japanese history or culture, Mr. Popo is a demigod. Huh?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
No, that character that Mr. Popo is being portrayed as is a demigod.
Yeah.
And
which black people are. But go ahead.
He's a demigod that has been drawn like that for centuries. And when I say centuries, I'm talking about going back like before like BC time.
But where did that's cool, but where did the artist, the original Akira Toriyama, whoever came up with the concept, where do you think they got that from? That model of character, black, red lips.
That's how. What I'm telling you is just go and look up the demigod that Mr. Popo is modeled after. He's an ancient Japanese character.
I see what you're saying. What you're saying. Yeah. Like in real Japanese culture.
In real
Japanese culture. I wasn't talking about Dragon Ball culture. I'm talking about actual Japanese culture. Like kami beards, like Dragon Ball, like most, let's just be honest. Most Japanese anime is made after people, like when they bring up like demigods and gods, it's made after people from their culture.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get you off topic. I just wanted to ask you that because we was talking about race. And,
that's why I never had a problem with Mr. Popo, because I, like, as somebody that's been into, I knew his origins.
All right, y'all. We're going to get ready to wrap this issue of NerdFlow Podcast. This is issue 141. Thank all of you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff to podcast. NerdFlow Podcast is available on all major podcast platforms. This particular recording hits YouTube minutes after we get done recording on Spreaker. So make sure you go check that out, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. And man, we will catch you guys on issue 142 of NerdFlow Podcast on next week.
Yeah.
My bad. I didn't mean to be random, but I just wanted to know